Okay, Tom Connell, what have you got?
Yes, some more seats we're going to call and one of them actually having changed hands. Let's begin this situation in Victoria, the seat of Higgins. We've looked at it before tonight. We wanted to wait to see some more of the count. We're seeing some more, 27%. The problem here again is Katie Allen's primary vote down 7.5%. She holds this seat, remember, on 2.7%. Now again, Labor's picking up 3, and yes, it's spraying around a little bit, and the Lib Dems might help the Liberal Party a little bit, but it's pretty simple math. You give 20% of the Greens vote to Labor, and they're right on the cusp of getting it before they get much more help. So on these figures right now, look at the swing overall, 6%, 58%. That's a win for the Labor Party. Michelle Ananda Rajah. Labor does what it failed to do last time, and it wins the seat of Higgins. Let's take a look at Goldstein as well, also in Victoria. Also under challenge, of course, from Teals this time. And this is a seat that was in trouble early on. And again, that magic number of 45%. That's when a Liberal Party candidate starts to get in trouble against the Teal. And 30% is where you want to be if you're a Teal. So way off those two figures. For Tim Wilson, he's lost 12%, 36% primary. For Zoe Daniel, she'll get strong discipline from Labor and Greens preferences there. And on the two-party preferred, you can see the size of the lead. Yes, we might not be through a lot of the count, but given the size of that lead, we're also giving that seat at the moment to Zoe Daniel. So the other seat I'm going to look at right now is the seat of LYONS. Now, we're not calling this one just yet, but it's getting increasingly important for Labor on what seats they hold on to. Yes, their gains, but what they hold on to if they're going to get to 76. So the seat of LYONS in Tasmania, you can see it's a regional seat, and some of these booths can vary a bit. That's why we're being a little bit wary of calling it. You can see a 13% swing for the Liberal Party. The Nationals ran last time, they got 15. So just be wary of that. They're picking up most of the national vote, not all of it. Brian Mitchell losing 7%. So what's happening with the Jackie Lambie network and how those preferences play out, that's what will decide this seat. At the moment on two-party preferred, that margin. Yes, a swing towards the Liberal Party, but it's 49.75. You're not giving away a seat on those numbers, and that one is certainly too close to call. The other one we will call, though, is also in Victoria. This was seen as the best target for the Liberal Party in Victoria. Corangamite, a Labor-held seat on a wafer-thin majority there for Libby Coker. She's picked up 3%. Stephanie Asher, former Geelong Mayor, she's lost 7%, and the Greens picking that up as well. That spells a lot of trouble for the Liberal Party. When you're seeing how that's playing out, two-party preferred, big swing towards Labor, and that's a clear win, we're saying, for the Labor Party. So that's another win for them. The other seat I want to look at in Victoria is going to get a lot of interest, I'm sure, through the night. Peter Dutton's in a bit of trouble. He's still well and truly in that contest. What about the other potential leader of the party as well in the seat of KOOYONG? And that, of course, is Josh Frydenberg. We knew he was in for the fight of his life. That's playing out so far, but he's in the fight. 5.8% down there. Monique Ryan, a very solid 40%. This looks different to those other Teal seats because you really do have Labor and the Greens not in the contest. At those numbers, you're going to get a pretty good flow to Monique Ryan, though, and Josh Frydenberg in some trouble, but certainly in the contest. And as you see here, at the moment, he's behind. Not willing to call it on that. You've got still some very traditional Liberal voters there. A huge postal vote, remember, coming in as well. So on those numbers, we're not going to call the seat of KOOYONG. The problem, again, that we spoke about before is where the seats are going. Look at the tallies building here. Remember, we're starting on 76 for the Liberal Party, for the LNP, and 69 for Labor. So you're seeing if we're giving these 5 seats to Labor, they're getting up to 74, Liberal Party at 73. So, and that's before, sorry, I should say Liberal Party's lost these 3 seats and losing these 5. So they're right down into the 60s, and Labor not at a majority, not talking a majority at this point in terms of those seats gains, but well ahead of the coalition. So the next question you have to ask yourself is there any way right now for the coalition to form any government?
Tom Connell, thanks. These are live shots coming to us from Goldstein, the seat that will be represented by the former journalist Zoe Daniel, as we just called it then, Goldstein to Daniel.